I've said this once that if I have to be butt naked in front of camera, I will.
No
be.
way.
Listen. So there's a thing,
Bhai,
right?
हमारे तो बाल हैं. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the second episode of the Let's Talk About It podcast, where we talk about it. And I saw the comments the other previous episode that we had, and you guys killed it, man. 1,000 subscribers in a day. Wow, that's amazing. And a lot of people were asking for one specific guest to be on this podcast. Fortunately, that guest flew in the other day just for this specific podcast, just for this podcast. Yeah. You know, don't talk. You're not introduced yet.
Sorry.
Okay. This guy, he is the #1 YouTuber of Pakistan, and that's no cap. That's not bias at all. Just because I'm his close friend, he has billions and billions of views, and I think this guy is one of the most humble guys, and honestly, one of my mentors when it came to YouTube. And I just like to introduce him. The one and only Shahveer Jafry. Woo! How'd you like that introduction, bro?
Oh my God, I did not expect all of that.
Why?
To come from you, out of all people.
Come on.
The one who has no respect for me. यानी कि मुझे ताकि bro अगर कोई भी देगा ना मेरा introduction वो तू नहीं हो सकता हाशिर हो सकता है पीके हो सकता है तू नहीं हो सकता.
No, of course.
No, thank you, man. Thank you.
How have you been, Mr. Worldwide?
Good.
The other day you've been traveling the world this past couple of months actually. You were in Canada last month, then you went to Turkey, and then you went to Hunza.
Yeah.
And now you're back in Canada?
Bro, been all around.
What's going on, Shahveer?
Everywhere. Yeah, I don't just work. Just work, you know, just trying to work as much as I can while I can. I'm lucky. I'm one of those lucky people who can claim that they do, and they're busy whilst doing what they love doing.
They do.
Someone get that?
Double do.
I'm just very lucky that I'm busy, and alhamdulillah for that. And yeah, man. So I've just been traveling because of all the work.
You know, when I look at you, there's this like sense of just this noor, like it's like after marriage glow. No, I'm being serious.
This is so not us.
What do you mean? The cameras turn on and we just change into different people. I swear, before the camera it was so quiet, and all of a sudden cameras turn on.
Yeah, but that's because so you picked me up, and then we couldn't have a conversation properly because you're like, no, hold this for the podcast. no, hold that for the podcast. And that reminded me of myself, because whenever I have guests on my podcast, I don't have a conversation with them for weeks.
Yeah,
if it comes to that. So
because that spark is just gone when you're in the podcast, right? And it's like you.
Yeah.
But I have a couple of questions for you, man.
Yeah, man.
I really want to get to know you.
Okay.
I mean, actually, I know you.
You know me.
I want the people to get to know you, and this is not just normal interviews के सर आपने कब start किया सर आपकी मुझे मैं पता हूँ आप बचपन से entertainer बनना चाहते थे. I know all that, right?
Yeah.
Who are you, Shahveer Jafry?
पता नहीं यार मेरे को खुद समझ नहीं आ रही मैं कौन. नहीं यार I'm just a regular guy trying to make people smile, dude. I mean, you know all about it. You've been there. You've been since when I started to. Probably, hopefully, you're still there when I am not doing as good as I am right now. But
Inshallah.
I am who I am. I mean, like I'm just a guy, a regular guy off the block. I'm just trying to make videos, trying to make movies, trying to make entertaining content for people to watch, enjoy, show their parents, show their kids, show their family members.
Right.
You know,
one thing you mentioned: show their parents, show their kids. Growing up, I've seen you grow, and one thing that I could say.
Seen you grow ka matlab?
No, like I've seen you grow in the field that you're in. And now in my daily life when I go by, a lot of people do come up to me. A lot of families say that, oh my God, we watch you, we watch your friend Shahveer, and we love your content. And now I feel like in your content, you don't swear, you don't do any of that, but it's so wholesome and it's just a vibe, right?
Yeah.
Do you do that on purpose, or is that's just who you are?
No, that's just the vibe. I mean, like, when I started off this YouTube journey, right? The one thing that I always got attracted towards was positivity. I got very attracted towards positive people. I like people's energies. I like positive energies. I hate negative energies. Right. And I think that just reflects in the content, because whenever I press the record button, there's a lot of shit that goes behind the camera that never, makes it to the end product. What you see is basically the best of the best, the cream of the crop. For example, I was speaking to my wife Aisha the other day when we went to Hunza.
Right.
I was telling her that, babe, I have 6 hours of footage. How do I edit this? Where do I start? It just starts with like a lot, and then it just skims down, and it just keeps going down until when it's just like a 8-minute or a 10-minute piece of positive energy of people who are having a lot of fun. So when people watch this, they see that there's so much positivity, there's so much happy moments in one piece of content that they just go like, hey, you know what? This is what friends are supposed to be. This is what family is supposed to be. And that is what I reflect in the content. I don't try to push it. I never try to do something that is unnatural. I always try to keep it very, very natural, and that's what people enjoy.
One thing about Shahveer that I, at a personal level, can kind of relate to is when we first started making videos, right? 4 or 5 years ago, 3 years ago. A lot of people like, oh, these friendships and these memories that you have. You know, the funny part is this guy makes everybody feel so comfortable when the cameras are not on, right? I think the energy and the vibe comes when you're actually like that behind camera, and then when you happen to put the camera on somebody's face, it's all natural.
Dude, 100%. Right? I'm a very strong believer in that, actually. There's a couple of instances in my life when I'm trying to record a vlog, और उसके ऊपर content मैं कुछ ऐसा बनाना चाह रहा हूँ which exerts positivity. लेकिन behind the scenes अगर कुछ negative हो रहा है ना, तो I scratch that content.
Yeah.
Because that content to me is now stained with negativity.
Right.
It's the funniest thing. It's probably just in my head.
Right.
I'm 100% sure that I'm mentally ill a little bit.
No, you're not.
When it comes to
no, there's certain philosophies that you have that are like just crazy.
I just don't like negativity, man. I just hate negativity. I despise it. But chakkar ye hai ki I don't want to say names, but I was shooting this one video where we were giving away, let's just say we were giving away a lot of money to these delivery drivers in Pakistan.
Okay.
And I was shooting it, and this delivery driver, this McDonald's guy, come over to my house. Not McDonald's guy, some other guy, maybe Subway guy. I don't know. Somebody came over to my house to deliver, and then as a surprise, we gave him like an X amount of money as a tip. अब वो मैंने उसको पैसे दे दिए, but in the background, 2 friends of mine, both of them started fighting behind the scenes, and this wasn't like a normal fight. This was like a crazy fight. Right. This was like, kick her out or I'm gone, or you kick her out or I'm gone. Like kind of like that. Like it got really heated. It got really intense. So I was like, shit. And mera record pe button daba tha. I'm just recording like this delivery driver is poor guy. He received the money. Content is fine.
Yeah.
I got the shot that I needed.
Right.
So yeah, like right when I gave him the money, that's when they came in. So I had what I needed.
Right.
I stopped recording, and then I was on the edit table. मैं edit कर रहा था वो चीज़, और पीछे से मुझे थोड़ी सी उसके अंदर आवाज़ आई कि यानी कि blah 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 खुसर की, और फिर मुझे एकदम याद आ गया कि shit यार, इस सीन के पीछे ना जो रियलिटी है ना, वो ये थी कि चलो ये कुछ अच्छा तो हो रहा था और मज़े का तो wholesome तो हो रहा था, लेकिन there was like a fight going on behind the scenes. So when I'm like 10 or 15 years from now, when I come back to this video, this scene is always going to remind me of that negative moment. Oh. So I just took off that scene.
So your video is like a journal for you that you want to look back at and always just look at and smile.
Yeah. Because everything that happens in a video, everything, 100% of those things that actually make it to the video, to the final product, is just happy moments.
Happy moments. I agree. I fully agree. But then you're in this position where it's like you're like a team leader, right? When it comes down to when you make your content and you have, like you said, you have people that isko nikalo. Does that take mental stress on you sometimes? Because you are getting dragged into other people's issues.
Yeah.
Right?
It does, man. I mean, like, for anybody, imagine, Corona, you're, like, eventually, inshallah, when you become a father, right? Inshallah. You have a family of your own. I'm in a position where a lot of people consider me the leader of the family, right? We go together wherever we go. We act as a family. Right? The people who are in the content, right? In this team of mine. Yeah. Which we call the Wolf. Yeah. So everybody has their own tantrums. I understand everybody has different personalities and everybody think of different things differently. I try to stay out of all of that. Right. But I'm one of those people that... So usually hota kya hai ke whenever there's like a drama going around in the family, by family I mean the team, it resolves before it even comes to me. Right. It just dissolves. It just... like they figure a solution. You
hear the conclusion.
I usually am the person who hears the conclusions, because they know that if it comes to me, number one, I'm not gonna be happy about it, because come on, dude, like we're a family. Right. I have never thought of my team as nothing less than family. Whenever somebody has come to me and they've started backbiting about one or the other person, I always give them a shut up call, no matter what. Yeah. If they're right or they're wrong. Yeah. I don't care. Do not come to me, talk shit about anybody else, because that is not nice. That's not a nice thing to do.
And I think it's like, just because they're talking shit about somebody, they think that they're gonna look better in somebody's eyes. Yeah. It's just so weird. They don't look bad because you're talking shit about somebody that you like just resolve it.
I'm gonna say names because they're just these two characters in my family are just the funniest people I know, right? Hashir and Rida. Okay. Right? A lot of people think that, they fight on camera. A lot of people think that it's an act. Trust me, it's not an act. Like, you guys don't understand that this is, they love each other to death, right? Hashir will take a bullet for Rida. Rida will take a bullet for Hashir, because now there's a synergy in the team. Yes. Where, everybody has immense amount of respect and love for one another. Like, we got each other's backs. Right. We got each other's backs.
But at home,
like, bro, like, there's so much shit that goes around on a daily basis. Like, I cannot even begin to. I can't explain. Okay. So, for example, there's an instant where Rida came to me, and she's just like complaining about something Hashir did, and I just gave her that shut up call, and Rida goes like, dude, like, that's not nice. You don't have any like you should resolve this. And I'm like, look, the thing is, Hashir is not here. तो अगर तुम्हारा उसके साथ कोई मसला है ना, तुम उसके साथ जाके बात करो, या मुझे बिठा लो, उसको बिठा लो और सामने बात करो. तुम्हारा अकेले मेरे से बात करना is not gonna do anything. Exactly. Because if you expect me to go behind the scenes and scold Hashir, या उसको कहूँ कि भाई क्या बदतमीजी तुमने रहता है कि सबकी XYZ, तो वो नहीं करेगा. मैं ऐसा कभी भी नहीं करूँगा. Right. And the same thing, Hashir comes, same ladai, right? And then he goes to me, this is like, Shahveer bhai, blah 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 blah. I'm like, dude, like at that point मेरा temper out हो गया था. मैंने कहा यार तू लोगों की बुराई मेरे से क्यों आके कर रहा है यार. Hashir के साथ मैं थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा loud हो जाता because I can afford to. I don't get very loud with, but I gave them both the same message. That dude, like, अगर तुम लोग की कोई problem है तो आपस में जाके resolve करो ना यार. मेरे पास क्यों आ रहे हो? मैं पापा थोड़ी हूँ. जाओ अपने मसले सॉल्व करो.
पापा शबीर.
मेरा क्या लेना देना तुम दोनों की लड़ाई से? साले कभी शादी करते हो, कभी प्यार करते हो, कभी लड़ाई करते हो, चाहते हो क्या हो तुम लोग?
Speaking of shadi.
So, shit. Yeah.
Yeah. You're wearing what are you wearing over there?
Oh, this is a wedding ring.
So you wear on your wedding ring, you wear on your neck.
Okay. So there's a story, okay? In Pakistani culture, and I'm sure when you get married, you'll realize this as well. In Pakistani culture, they don't actually give you the ring of your size, because they assume that you're gonna grow fatter, so it's gonna fit eventually.
I didn't know that. Actually, is that true?
Yes.
Just because, so they give you a ring size up.
One up, yeah. They give you like a ring size that's not your.
So
ring
they
size.
Already have no faith in you, in any any working out, nothing. They're like, ये मोटा होना ही है, इसको मोटा होएगा ये.
हाँ, क्योंकि 90% of the people after marriage, they get fatter. And
so what? Why even get married then?
No, because देखो, culturally speaking now, fatter people are considered
Healthier.
well-fed, healthier, better, happier, right? Of course. Bro, if you meet your dadi or nani, whoever's alive, right?
Yeah. They're happy.
When my dadi was Amina was alive, she always used to tell me that, dude, you gotta get set, you gotta start, getting healthy. And I'm like, I know, Amina, I'm trying to go to gym. And she was like, no, gym nahi jana, khana khao. Kya kar rahe ho?
जिसका पेट नहीं वो सेठ नहीं.
हाँ,
जिसका पेट नहीं वो सेठ
नहीं. तो ये एक हमारे कल्चरल चीज है और ये है बस चल रही है. So I just put it around my neck because it doesn't fit my finger.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's so insane. I've never heard that ever. I thought it was like, cool. Like,
No,
it doesn't even fit you.
It's becoming a fashion statement. I saw a couple of people,
wearing your wedding ring.
मुझे लग रहा था कि मेरे से इंस्पायर होके, लेकिन हर किसी की अपनी स्टोरीज होती हैं, इंस्पिरेशंस होती हैं. But I was thinking of starting actually selling these,
अपनी wedding ring selling.
अपनी साले rings लगा के ना इस तरह chains के
StymeUp.com. But okay, it's been a couple of months, right, since you've been married.
Yeah.
Did you expect marriage to be what it was in your head back then? Like, हम लोग अभी जैसे मैं हूँ, we think of marriage as something that is whatever I have in my head is marriage, right? Whatever you thought of marriage in your head before you were married, is that what it is?
I don't know. I've never thought of that question actually. Lekin, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, I'll tell you something though. जब मेरी शादी हुई ना, जिस दिन मेरी शादी हुई है,
yeah,
उस दिन से लेके एक वीक के बाद तक ना मुझे ऐसा लग रहा था मेरी शादी हुई नहीं है.
क्यों?
Because nothing changed. I thought it's gonna be the biggest change a human can imagine, and this and that, and somebody is living with you, all this. Like, you hear a lot of stuff, from everybody. And then for me, it was like very natural. And
I think it's the way your personality is, to be honest, though. I feel like
it's because Aisha and I became really good friends.
Yeah.
Before we got married, we were good friends.
I remember the first time we went to F2F2 or 2F2F.
Yeah.
And that was the first time.
Aisha was there. Yeah.
That was the first time you met, and you were so excited, bro.
Yeah.
That was the first time we went to Pakistan, actually.
Yeah.
We were in April of 2019.
Sab expose kar de.
What do you mean?
Auntie dekhti hai, cheez bata.
Sorry, auntie. I'm just joking. But yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, and I remember how excited you were.
Yeah.
Itna excited that he left us on the side of the road to take the car all the way to Rawalpindi.
Yeah, well, that's the proper definition of ladki mil gaya, doston ko bhul gaya.
Literally, we were on the side of the road. And then we're like, Shahveer, when are you coming back? He's like, Uber karke chala jao office. It was me, Hashir, and I think Abdullah or Basit, one of them. And we were so lost the whole time.
I never asked you guys to show up.
लेकिन तुमने invite तो किया
नहीं हो
था
रहा था पागल. 2F नहीं था ये. This was the movie night.
Oh yeah.
This was the movie night. The movie evening.
कितनी दफा हमें तुमने छोड़ा है कितनी दफा. But I have this one question. बड़े होते हम लोग जब बड़े हो गए, right? And then शाहरुख खान ने कभी फिल्म की किसी हीरोइन के साथ, किसी और हीरोइन के साथ, और फिर जब पता चलता था कि इसकी बीवी है, you would be like, how does she allow it? Right?
Yeah.
Right? Now you know where I'm going with this question.
Yeah, I understand your question.
How?
What?
How?
Complete the question.
Because you
are
an entertainer.
Okay.
Your crush is Maya Khan. And let's just
say
say
Deepika Padukone.
Okay.
Of course.
Fine. Now let's just say you have an opportunity to do a film in Pakistan. Okay? And you're the main guy and you're the main girl. And then you're doing like, romance. Not that type of romance, but obviously like मैं तुमसे प्यार करता हूँ type romance, right? हाथ पकड़ के.
ठीक है.
How? Like how do you build a marriage to a point where, because realistically so many people say no, I will not let my husband do that.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about?
Yeah, no, you're right.
Right?
That's a very good question. अब चक्कर ये है कि, so I'll tell you, okay? No, I'm not saying that anybody who doesn't allow that is insecure, but Aisha is extremely secure.
Okay.
Like she is extremely secure. Like she knows ke dude, I actually show my love to her.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
very, very
I
publicly
know you
and
send
very, very
flowers
nicely.
and stuff when you're out here.
Yeah,
You do the most, which is really good.
Yeah. I do love my wife. So you know,
क्या मतलब सबको पता है you love your
लोगों
wife.
का मुझे नहीं पता but ठीक है, I love my wife. So I don't let her ever feel, or she never feels that there is anything that I couldn't do. You know,
Okay.
when that happened for her, you know, when
Right.
it comes to love or our relationship or
Right.
our bond, हमारा bond इतना strong है that this work life should never come in between
Right.
our bond. So if the work requires me to do a film with
Maya Khan,
lead
you
of
have to do Maya
opposite
Khan.
sex, and obviously hopefully lead with an opposite sex in which I'm, you know, romantically involved with,
Okay.
if that's the case,
Hopefully क्या है मतलब dream.
yani hopefully it's the opposite sex is what I said.
Oh, yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? Although I'm an actor, I should be up for everything.
Yeah.
I don't care. I've said this once that if I have to be butt naked in front of camera, I will
No
be.
way.
Listen. So there's a thing,
भाई
right?
हमारे तो बाल हैं. हमारे तो बाल हैं, पूरे सिनेमा उठ के चला जाएगा.
मुझे नहीं पता था let's talk about में इतनी ज़्यादा बातें होने
Talk
वाली
about
हैं.
it. That's what we do. We talk about it.
नहीं यार हाँ.
Okay, continue.
So the point is that साले तूने बाल में ना मेरी बात सारी खराब कर दी.
Yes,
तेरे बालों में मेरी बात फंस गई है.
Yeah. So butt naked, you would do
Yeah,
it.
I said if I have to be butt naked in front of camera,
Yeah.
as an actor, it's my responsibility to get butt naked in front of camera. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm doing a character. At the end of the
Right.
day, the character that I'm playing is not actually me. Say it now, there's a caveat, there's a distinction, right? In Pakistan, हमारा culture differentiate कर नहीं पाएगा. हमारा जिस तरह का mindset है ना. For example, if you ever see Tom Cruise
Yeah.
but naked, I'm sure he has been naked in
Yeah.
some scene
Yeah.
over his career, right? But you'll never remember that.
Yeah.
Because Tom Cruise, you see him as this legendary actor. Top Gun uski film aayi hai, the world famous film. You're dying to meet Tom Cruise, right? All the girls are still dying to meet Tom Cruise, and they go like, Tom Cruise is the shit. That's not what happens. I get butt naked in front of camera. They'll drag me to streets. They'll get me
Actually-
butt naked on the streets, and they'll hit me.
Really?
Because obviously, no, I'm exaggerating. The point
Right.
is that जो मैं बात कहना चाह रहा हूँ वो ये है कि आप वहाँ पे ये चीज़ें नहीं कर सकते because
Right.
expression उस तरह का नहीं है, आपका culture उस तरह का नहीं है. As
Right.
an actor, I would say that अगर मैं यहाँ पे पैदा होता ना, for example, अगर मैं गोरा होता,
Right.
जिस तरह का मेरा mindset है, I'd be down for something like that.
Right.
But because I'm not that, I'm not down for that.
Right.
But
Makes
as
sense.
an actor,
Makes sense.
I'm saying that I would have done it had I been somewhere else or had I been somebody
in
else.
different culture if you were in.
Exactly.
Because acting itself is like like a form of art.
Exactly, and that's how I see it. And a lot of people see it that way. I'm sure a lot of people agree with me on this point, but majority of them will disagree. Shahveer, nahi, nange nahi hona yaar. Please no. I understand that. I understand that argument, and I totally respect it. लेकिन मेरा एक point of view है, और I'm sure a lot of people जो कि arts related हैं, और
Yeah.
बहुत सारे लोग जो कि understand कर रहे हैं कि मैं किधर से आ रहा हूँ ये conversation लेके.
Yeah.
They're gonna understand.
No,
what I'm saying.
I think people will understand that.
Yeah.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do people misunderstand about you the most?
People think that I'm taller,
Yeah, people think I'm taller too.
and people also think I'm fatter. So जब भी मैं किसी से मिलता हूँ ना
Yeah.
पहली दफा, they always say that I'm shorter and I'm skinnier. I'm
Right.
sure. Like I met you guys for the first time. Did you think? Do you watch me? Have you seen me around? Okay. I just assumed.
Yeah.
No. Did you find me skinnier or fatter? Skinnier, right?
It's the camera though. It's the way. Okay.
This usually happens.
Because we shoot for the wide angle lens.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know what it is, dude, but
It is wide
I
angle
gotta change
lens.
my camera.
Like,
that's what I realized.
like seriously, like if you go on your phone and you do it
Yeah.
0.5
Yeah.
and you put it close to your face, you look like like you're bigger than what you are.
Yeah.
It's all the camera lens effect.
I don't know what it is, dude. Like, but either way, like, it's not a good look. I mean, like,
A lot of
they say
people-
that
yeah.
camera puts like 10 pounds, and I
Yeah.
agree with that.
I
Camera
agree
always
with that
puts
too. A
10
lot of people
pounds.
say you don't look like what you did in
Yeah.
videos.
अभी हम लोगों ने before we started recording we did like a camera test, right? हम लोग कुछ बाल शाल बना के अपना जबरदस्त मुंह हाथ धो के चंगे बच्चे बन के आके सामने कैमरे के बैठे 4K camera on हुआ. We did a camera test and we looked like shit.
Yeah,
Right?
with all the
अजीब से
imperfections,
लग रहे हैं, like,
everything.
everything. This right here is not as big as it looks. I
Looks on
guarantee
camera.
you. मैंने हमारे editor भाई से बोला है जो कि apparently he's the best guy in Canada right
He
now.
is.
I told him that, dude, you know, flush this out. यानी
एक
मेरे
filter
ऊपर
लगा
कोई
दे भैया।
filter लगाओ कोई यार Snapchat वाला क्योंकि इतना बुरा है नहीं जितना लग रहा है अभी. So he promised me. So yeah.
I asked this question to Zed. And I'm going to ask you the same question because I want to know how you think about it. Because I know how you think about it, but I want people to know. When it comes down to this whole social media stuff, at the end of the day, it's a relevancy and a numbers game, right? Do you agree? Even though it might not be too, let's just say, in order to be on top, it's a numbers game.
Yeah.
Correct? You
Yeah.
agree? Right?
Yeah.
Now,
Relevance more than numbers, but yeah.
how do you deal with relevancy and numbers?
Before I answer, I just wanna know what Zad said.
Zed said that. What does that say? What does that say? That's like everybody's gonna have a decline or something
Yeah,
like that.
he's gonna he made a political statement.
Yeah,
didn't he?
yeah. Zed always political like that. But yeah, what do you think?
That is funny, man.
अगर Zed की एक वीडियो फ्लॉप जाए ना तो कॉलें लगती हैं, bro, 10 out of 10. Bro, and then you don't pick up. He goes like, "There's no way you're not picking up my
Bro,
call."
Zed depress कर देता है यार. Zed depress कर देता है. Zed is PK Zed के साथ रह रहा था for 3 months or 2 months, I think. Yeah, 1 month. I'm not
Yeah.
even sure. But last year वो उसके साथ 3 महीने उसने गुजारे हैं कम
सही.
से कम. PK कहता मैंने नहीं रहना इसके साथ. मैं नहीं रह सकता. ये नंबर करता रहता है. मैंने नहीं रहना इसके साथ.
He's a numbers guy.
Yeah, Zed is a numbers guy. He's
But-
completely fine with it. Like, he's doing good for himself, alhamdulillah.
But you're not.
Whatever. I'm not.
Now, you know why I say that? Is because 3 years ago, when you took your 3 months hiatus and the return of Shahveer Jafry and this, that, I remember we made a vlog, and then the next morning when you uploaded it, you didn't even look at your phone. You know,
Yeah.
a lot of people, they go like, oh, it's 10 out of 10.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah,
8 out of 10.
yeah,
7
yeah,
out of
yeah.
10. For somebody that doesn't know, that's how YouTube actually works. 10 out of 10, 7 out of 10. But you were like, you know what? Where I am right now, even if the numbers are low, I'll get there. And I remember you getting, what, 100K views at that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Because you took such a long break. But then we just kept going at it. And when you got to even 2-3 million views, you still didn't care.
Yeah.
How? Do you think if you did care, that would ruin you as a person? As like your mental health or mental peace? If you start caring about numbers?
Here to me, I feel like all of these things are a way to destruction. That you just don't see it. It's very silent and it's invisible. But it slowly starts taking over your soul and you just become a robot acting in front of camera. And I'm not saying Zed is like that because we spoke about Zed earlier.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
we
we're
said
not
that
talking about
he's
Zed.
like that. I'm not saying he's like that. But where I am right now, I don't care about numbers. And I'm not even saying that numbers don't matter. I feel like numbers are very important when you're trying to compare social media followers with one person to the other, and then you care about कि इसके कितने views आ रहे हैं इसके कितने. मैं खाली ये कह रहा हूँ कि numbers matter, लेकिन don't obsess over numbers. And I don't obsess over numbers. And I think this is why I'm good at in my head. This is why I'm not, and I'm not saying Zed is not good at it.
No, I think the conversation before this was Zed. That's why we think.
यार नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. मैं
No,
बताऊँ
exactly.
ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. Numbers do matter.
Yeah.
लेकिन मैं ये believe करता हूँ कि numbers के ऊपर obsess करना अच्छी चीज़ नहीं है.
Right.
और आपको नहीं करना चाहिए. और अपनी तारीफ तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं करनी चाहिए.
100%.
मैं अक्सर देखता हूँ on Twitter, there's a lot of people जब उनका कोई शो आता है या कुछ आता है या कोई YouTube पे वीडियो आती है, they're reposting their videos, they're reposting all the good comments people are leaving on them, retweeting, sorry. I don't believe in all of that. I feel like if somebody is enjoying your content, you did your job and then it's out. I have a little philosophy on YouTube,
Okay.
on content
Let's hear
as a
it.
whole. I feel like so try to understand what I'm saying, okay?
Here comes
It's a
the
little dumb.
philosophy.
It's a little dumb.
Yeah.
I promise you it's a little dumb, but try to understand what I'm saying. When you're recording something ना,
Okay.
जब आप shoot कर रहे होते हो ना,
Right.
that process, जब आप record का बटन दबाते हो, आप कुछ कैमरे के अंदर बोलते हो, और फिर आप उसको record का बटन stop करते हो, फिर आप वो footage लेते हो, आप जाके उसको editor में डालते हो, फिर आप उसको edit करना शुरू करते हो. ये जो पूरा process है ना, जो वो content बन रहा है ना, वो आपका baby है.
I agree. It's
वो आपका बेबी है. जब तक आप उसको रिकॉर्ड कर रहे हो, जब तक आप उसको एडिट कर रहे हो, जब आप उसको पब्लिश करते हो ना, then it's not your baby anymore.
किसी और का बच्चा हो जाता है.
Then it's everybody's baby.
हैं?
Every person who's watching it, it's everyone's baby. It's not your baby. You should not care about it. When you post
So अपने
something,
बच्चे को पढ़ाओ बढ़ाओ and then जब release करो दफाओ. In a
See,
sense. Like,
the
it's
way
not
I
mine.
think
don't
of
care.
the way I think of this is that separate the art from the artist.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
When you're recording something, when you're making something,
Okay.
in our case recording a video and editing a video, it's your baby.
Right.
Until the moment you actually press publish, until the moment you put it out there, then it's not your baby anymore. Then it's everybody's baby because everyone's gonna claim rights to that baby.
I
Everyone's
agree.
gonna be like, I love that video of Shahveer Jafry.
Oh.
I love that movie of Salman Khan. Get it? For
Yeah.
example,
Yeah.
why do we love Shah Rukh Khan from back in the days?
Because of his movies.
Because of his movies from back in the days.
Yeah.
We watch Kal Hona Ho, ya we watch Dilwale Dulhaniya Le
Yeah.
Jayenge,
Kabhi
and a
Khushi
lot of
Kabhi Gum.
girls are still looking for Raj.
Yeah.
Raj is a character.
It's not.
But because the thing is, people are so obsessed with certain projects that they get their own fan following. And that's what I believe in.
Right.
For example, Atif Aslam ka song hai, Aadat. You
Right.
still listen to it. Aadat has its own fan following.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about Atif Aslam about that song. Like, I mean, anybody can sing Aadat.
Adat.
And it's still going to have
And
the
nobody
same
thinks
effect.
of Atif Aslam.
I mean, like, they do think of Atif Aslam, not saying that, but Aadat has its own fan following.
Yeah.
You can sing Aadat and it's going to bring people in the groove.
Now think about it this way. You sing the song. Give me a famous Shah Rukh Khan song.
Kabhi khushi, kabhi gham.
Right? You think of Shah Rukh Khan. You don't think about the singer. The singer is not Shah Rukh Khan.
There you go.
Right?
Then you did divide the artist.
From-
You
did-
separated the artist from the art, right? So I mean, like at the end of the day, what you gotta know is that जब आपकी responsibility खाली editing तक और recording तक
सही.
है. जब आप उसको बाहर निकाल देते हो ना,
Say.
उसके बाद you shouldn't really worry about it because वो चीज़ आपको stress देती है.
Say. I agree.
For example, there's a certain artist that I don't like.
Okay.
Okay. But I still listen to his music, man, because his music is nice.
Yeah.
But I don't like him as a person because he did something bad to me.
Okay. I know what you're talking about, but we're not even gonna get into that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the name
Yeah,
of the
exactly.
artist, but you know, but you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying because I'm able to separate art from the artist.
That's true. You shouldn't.
I don't even see them in the same boat. I mean, that's his song, sure, but that song is lovely, man, and that song is
Yeah.
something to me, you know.
That is.
And the artist
that is.
can go to hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
That's true. Wow. Yeah, that is true. I
Yeah.
agree with you on that. That is very true. Your philosophies, man. This one philosophy that he had, where he thinks this world, that he is the sole what was his philosophy? Please explain. And when you will listen to it, I'm pretty sure you're gonna rewind this video right now and be like, "What the hell is Shahveer saying?" Go.
yeah, yeah.
You have to. You have to. We talked about this in the car too.
Okay. Okay, so the thing is, 99% of the people are not going to understand this, okay? But for the 1%, that might understand where I'm coming at. Achha, this is like a confidence booster, okay? There's nothing else to this philosophy other than confidence boost. Okay, so this is how it goes, okay? Back in the days, जब मैं अपने school में होता था ना, there was one thing that I hated doing. And that thing was presenting in front of the class.
Okay.
Presentations, I hated presentations. You know why I hated presentations, bro?
Why?
Because they would make me nervous. They would make me nervous. They would make me
sweat.
They would make my hands sweat. They would make my everything sweat. Everything is sweating.
Okay.
They would be so stressful to me as a person at the time.
Right.
Where the young me would go up in front of the class, you know, trying to act all cool, trying to act like I know everything. And by the way, I would stand in front of a mirror hours after hours and preparing what to say in front of the class, only to be in front of the class and I start shivering.
Yeah.
And it starts with shivering when you're presenting.
Yeah.
And then it goes to when you start speaking, you forget breathing. I would literally not breathe while I'm presenting. And what would happen is that I would keep going, like, I would take breaths in, but I would not breathe out. And this is all just my head because I was so scared. So for example, like, I'm presenting something, right? Like, okay, the rhinos are big and they're huge. And then I would get blocked. I can't say anything. Yeah. And it's a loop because I'm like, people are looking at me. I can't say anything. I can't speak. I can't speak because I'm not exhaling. I'm not exhaling. Therefore, I can't breathe in back anymore and the words are not coming out. So there's like a never-ending loop and then I would just get stop.
Okay.
I'm shunned. I'm in front of the class. I can't speak. I can't think. I can't breathe. Right. And I'm standing in front of everybody, an embarrassed piece of meat. Nothing else but a piece of meat. And everybody's looking at me, oh my God, this guy needs to stop, right? Because everybody's a bully. Yeah. You know, everybody's a bully in that age group. That age group is a bully, right? High school or middle school, whatever. So, I was like, okay, this is a big problem. So I went home one night and I was like, okay, I need to figure a solution, man, because obviously presentations are and I'm not going to pass the class unless I pass a certain presentation. So I need to figure out a way to make sure that
you can present.
I present in front of people. So I came about this one video on YouTube. उसके ऊपर एक बंदा explain करता है कि जब आप present कर रहे हो ना अपनी class के सामने, तो आप imagine करो कि जितने लोग आपके सामने बैठे हैं ना, वो सारे robots हैं.
मुझे सुना था चड्डी में बैठे हैं लेकिन यार रोबोट्स यार.
तुम्हें कहा था चड्डी में बैठे हैं? तो तुम्हें हंसी नहीं आने लगती?
तो हंसते तो थे अब प्रेजेंटेशन करते हुए. Yeah, go on, robots.
Imagine you just go in front of a class thinking everybody's in chaddis and you just start laughing. Tom. Miss Green, you do. Oh my God, look at you, fat ass.
Okay, go ahead. So robots.
So when I watched that video, उसके अंदर YouTuber जो भी बता था, he was like some expert on something, whatever, right? But his analogy of his breakdown of the fact that, you know, you go in front of the class, if you consider everybody's a computer, you'll get the confidence, not because everybody's a computer, but because nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
I mean, like, at the end of the day, if everyone's a computer doesn't have a feeling, right? It can't judge you. Therefore, you get confidence, or at least what it's going to do for you, you're not going to get nervous. And that was really important. At the time, I did not understand that. At the time, I just started considering people were computers. जब मैं present करने गया तो मैंने कहा कि चलो मैं imagine करता हूँ, and it worked. But उसमें मैं बाद में आता हूँ, वापस आ जाओ, कि फिर मुझे realize हुआ थोड़ा आहिस्ता कि हाँ, जब मैं शीशे के सामने खड़े होकर present करता हूँ, I don't forget a word.
Yeah.
जब मैं अकेला होता हूँ, I don't forget a word. या अगर मैं अपने भाई को as audience बना के उसके सामने present करता हूँ, तो I don't forget anything. Yeah. Because I have the confidence that my brother, my mother, my mirror, my loneliness, myself, this certain group of individuals or people or non-people are not going to judge me. Therefore, I'm not really nervous to present in front of these people. Yeah. So when I read about that computer thing, that gave me the confidence to think that no one's going to judge me. So when I went in front of the class, I presented considering everybody's a computer. I just saw a huge change. I was like, holy shit, it works. What the hell?
Because I think humans, us humans, we try, when we're presenting or saying something, we're thinking, what is this guy thinking of me? What is she thinking of me? Right? It's like, it's that never ending battle. It's like, oh, I don't want to be cringe, or I don't want to mess up. But when you remove that and you just be yourself and be confident, like that was your way of coping with it, right? My coping way was studies, but you know, I feel like everybody has that specific in their head how they want to be confident.
Yeah.
Right. For me, for example, I can't make eye contact. Like for people that I don't know, it's so weird. So what I do is I look right in the middle of their nose, and it works. Like next time, if you're just very nervous, just look at the middle of their nose. I'm not looking at your eyes, but I'm looking at you, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm looking
Yeah.
at the middle of your nose.
Nice.
That's a way of going to. But yeah, there's more to your theory.
Yeah, so it started with that, right? So एक मुझे चीज़ समझ आ गई कि confidence is everything.
Right.
और judgment is the worst thing.
Yeah.
If you care about कि लोग क्या कहेंगे या वो क्या कहेगा या वो क्या कहेगा, तो वो आपकी वो चीज़, वो सोच आपकी परफॉर्मेंस ऑल्टर करती है. आपको कभी अपनी पीक पे पहुंचने नहीं देगी. अगर आप सिर्फ इन चीज़ों में पड़े रहेंगे ना कि लोग क्या सोचेंगे, तो वो आपको अपनी परफॉर्मेंस अपनी पीक पे पहुंचने नहीं देगी.
I agree with you.
उसके बाद मैंने ये चीज़ सोचना शुरू की थोड़ा थोड़ा करके कि यार हाउ कैन आई बी सो लकी. I feel like I have the best parents in the world. I feel like I'm in a position where there are more than 7 billion people around the world. Right? And there are less than 70,000 famous people in the world.
Less than 70,000 famous people in the world.
Yeah. Last time I read, or 700,000. Either or, it's ridiculous. The imbalance is ridiculous.
Okay.
Right? The ratio is ridiculous.
Okay.
It's like 0.001% or 0.01%. Something like that, right? So I began to think कि यार मैं एक ऐसी फैमिली में पैदा हुआ जो कि एक अच्छी फैमिली है. मैं एक ऐसी जगह मैं मेरे पेरेंट्स हुए जिन्होंने मुझे कभी किसी चीज़ से रोका नहीं. उसके बाद मैंने पढ़ाई की.
Right.
सही है. I was fortunate enough to
Get an education.
Get an education. उसके बाद I became famous.
Right.
So right now, if you actually do the math, जो मैं हूँ ना, जहाँ मैं हूँ इस वक्त जिस पोजीशन में हूँ, वो total population of the world में ना 0.01% में आता है. I mean, like, if you have a roof over your head, they say that you're better than half of the world.
Half of the world. Yeah.
अगर आपके सर पे छत है ना, तो आप half of the world से बेहतर हैं.
सही.
Which is still 50-50 if you think about it,
Yeah.
right? That 50%, you flip a coin, you either land in a family जिसके सर के ऊपर छत नहीं है, या you land in a family जिसके ऊपर छत है.
सही.
उसके बाद you do another coin flip, you land in a good family, a bad family. You know, there's a lot
multiple
of
like probabilities,
this, right?
yeah.
जो मैं हूँ ना, I feel like, सही है, कि मुझ में होने में probability जो है ना, वो minuscule है, like 0.00001% type.
Right.
कि I'm lucky, I'm famous, I'm doing good for myself, I have a wonderful wife. ये सारी possibilities बहुत कम है. That only went on to make me think, what if and here it comes, right? Here it comes. This is what you cringed on last time, my friend. Although I convinced you.
Yeah,
right?
you kind of did, but I was like,
I convinced
what?
you. But then I said something that you went like, all of this for that?
Yeah.
So what if, I felt like, what if this whole world of mine that we are in, the earth,
Right.
what if this is all for me?
Meri dunya.
What if this is my world?
Right.
And perhaps there's a world where anyone watching this,
Yeah.
उस वर्ल्ड के अंदर वो अपनी दुनिया के चैंपियंस हैं, अपनी दुनिया के टॉप हैं. And you know why I think of this? Why I think of this? I feel like कि Shah Rukh Khan is in a position where I want to be eventually, right?
Right.
I feel like he could be an inspiration for me to be as good. Yeah,
Right.
Imran Khan is one of those inspirations to me.
Right. To be as
That
good.
Allah Mian has left all of these people for me to look at and go like, yaar, tu inki tarah ban sakta hai.
Right.
All you have to do is just work hard and follow the right path.
Wow. Yeah.
And I'm on that path, I feel,
right.
and I'm getting somewhere. लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि मैं लकी इतना हूँ बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ों से जिसमें मेरा कंट्रोल नहीं था
Yeah.
कि यार this has to be my world.
Yeah.
And everybody in my world is a robot.
And
So
that's that right there, folks, already lost me. Yeah.
So
but yeah, go ahead.
So you are a robot.
Yeah.
this gentleman is a robot.
Robot.
This girl is a robot,
Yeah.
right? Although she introduced me to herself, she was like, okay, I'm Rida, right?
Yeah.
But Rida could be a robot. My mom is a robot. My dad is a robot. Everybody in my life
Is a robot.
is just in my life so they could make me the king of the
this
world.
इतनी शिद्दत से मैंने तुम्हें पाने की कोशिश की है.
It's just a theory in my head because I'm extremely lucky and I'm very, very thankful for being in the position I am.
Yeah.
लेकिन मुझे लगता है कि there's no way to prove this theory wrong and there's no way to prove this theory right. But there is.
But this theory gives you confidence.
This theory gives me confidence and hope.
And that's amazing.
Hope that I can do it. Hope that I can be the best.
See,
Hope
now-
that I can be the king one day. You
Now,
know what I mean?
I want to just clarify that this type of theory is very positive, right? Because there's so many people in this world that could have a negative look in this life,
Yeah.
right? But if you have this positive theory, you know when they say if you aim for 100%, but if you're aiming for 100%, but even if you achieve a 60%, you still did better than 0%, right?
Yeah.
It's that type of concept.
yeah.
And I feel like everybody should look at life in that sense that, hey, if I want to work hard in anything, he's working hard in the entertainment industry,
but see,
right?
according to this theory, right? Listen, according to this theory, like I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Unless and until this video is watched by different people in different universes,
Yeah.
then it makes sense to them. But if this in this world that I'm in, right? In this earth that I'm
Bro,
in,
yeah.
this is mine, right?
Uh,
So no matter what you think of me, at the end of the day, you guys are all robots.
And that right there was the climax. आप सारे लोग robots. That's it. Nothing else.
Imagine they're like, he called us robots. What the hell is wrong with this guy?
Oh my god.
No, but I feel like obviously there's no way to prove this right. There's no way to prove this wrong as well. The fact that the universe is so huge. The universe is infinite, dude.
Yeah.
It's infinitely large.
There's
which
a
means-
picture that came out
which
recently.
means-
Did you see that picture?
By
We got-
James Webb Telescope.
Post a picture right here, okay?
Yeah.
This picture, you zoom in, and there's millions and millions and millions of galaxies. And in those
Not
millions,
just stars.
galaxies, not stars.
Full of galaxies with their own system, with their
systems.
own system of stars. Each star has its own solar system. Each solar system has its own, hopefully, life. And life as we understand it is very limited to our knowledge because we only understand carbon-based life.
Yeah.
What if there is more kind of life? I mean, like there.
What is just more type of chemicals, right?
Exactly. The
like
physics,
elements
chemistry and
the
physics as
periodic
we
table,
understand
yeah.
it. Chemistry and physics as we understand
could be
it.
totally different somewhere else.
In our universe, it could be this. It probably is this. I
Yeah.
mean, the chemical that is abundant in our universe is carbon.
Carbon. Yeah. H2O.
No,
No. CO2 is carbon dioxide.
I'm not
right?
sure exactly what the carbon का क्या sign है, लेकिन point is carbon is the most abundant chemical. यानी कि carbon बेतहाशा universe के
Yeah.
हमारी universe के
Yeah.
अंदर जहाँ तक हमने research किया, and we are carbon based. तो जब अल्लाह मियाँ कुरान में कहता है ना कि हम लोग मट्टी से बने हैं, हम लोग literally मट्टी से बने हैं.
Literally.
Chemically speaking, हम लोग वाकई
We decompose.
We are star stuff. Neil deGrasse Tyson, there's an astrophysicist.
Yeah.
There are only 5,000 astrophysicists in the world, so he's one in a million, more than a million. He's literally one in more than.
तो उसकी दुनिया नहीं हुई है.
तो हो भी सकती है, उसकी भी हो सकती है, लेकिन वो किंग नहीं है.
Okay,
वो astrophysicist है. वो कहता है कि we are star stuff.
Okay.
हम लोग literally स्टार से ही बने हुए हैं. हमारे अंदर जो हमारी बॉडी की कॉम्पोजिशन है ना, हमारे अंदर हम जिन केमिकल्स से बने हुए हैं, वो केमिकल्स हर जगह नजर आते हैं हमें.
Right.
वो हमें यूनिवर्स में नजर आते हैं. तो to say that we are unique is
An understatement.
stupid.
It's stupid.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. Because like, we don't even know what's out there, but just because we don't know what's out there, we say that there's nobody out there. That's just stupid.
We think we matter.
It's so huge. Universe is so infinitely large that there could be an infinite amount of you out there.
Yep.
On infinite amount of different planetary systems, and they could all be living exactly your life until this very moment. Try to understand what I'm saying. For example, you at this point, you raise your right hand and somebody else raised their left hand, and now you separated your ways from that infinite amount of other rules that are out there.
Is that what deja vu is?
No, we don't understand. It's just
Deja vu is
imbalance in our
chemical
head.
imbalance. Sometimes you feel like you did something in your life
Yeah,
that you're doing right now,
yeah.
and people say that it's somebody in the galaxies away that is doing the same
Yeah.
thing. But it's so weird, honestly.
I don't know if there's a definitive answer on what deja vu is, but what I studied a long time ago when I was a young kid,
Yeah.
they said कि deja vu is basically आपका brain इतना powerful है कि कभी-कभी आपके अंदर sixth sense आ जाती है और आपको future थोड़ा सा नजर आ जाता है, but that's not true. Deja vu is completely something else that I studied later, and we still don't have a definitive answer to that.
I got a rapid fire round for you.
Oh shit, we're on to rapid fire.
Rapid fire.
Okay.
Just 3 questions, but
Okay.
rapid fire.
Okay.
Money or fame?
Shit, dude, that's a hard one. You know why?
Why?
Because money, अगर money necessity के लिए पूरा है ना,
Just
तो
money
फिर
or
fame. अगर money इतना है कि जी रहा हूँ तो fame. लेकिन अगर उतना नहीं है तो money.
Okay, good answer.
Dude, fame is a double-edged sword, dude.
Yeah.
It's amazing. बहुत ज़बरदस्त type का नशा है. बहुत heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, the dopamine when it hits when you're in front of an audience that loves you, you feel like that
That's
you are the
insane.
best human in the world at that moment. Lekin,
So there's actually a picture of Shahveer's face on top of Islamabad's tallest
yeah.
condo or
Yeah.
mall.
So that's the biggest billboard in South Asia.
South Asia, the biggest billboard, and his face is on it.
Yeah.
And you drove past it and you saw your face. How did you
Yeah.
feel?
Nothing.
What? Bhai, hum to party sharty karenge, you know, but you,
मैं बता दूं तुम्हें
you,
क्या हुआ था।
you didn't mean to see and
I
feel
manifested
nothing.
that, dude. I manifested it. 2 years before that thing happened, so I was a part of a campaign by Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Rooh jiski baat kar raha hai. I was lucky enough to work with an amazing team, and the co-actors with me were Fahad Mustafa and Ahad Raza Mir and myself. And we did a campaign जिसके अंदर हम तीनों का बिलबोर्ड लगा पाकिस्तान भर में हर जगह पे, and I was very lucky to be a part of that campaign, right? जो वो सेंटोरस मॉल की बात कर रहे हैं जिसकी कि वहाँ पे biggest billboard है पाकिस्तान का. I remember 2 years ago, Mohsin bhai and I were driving down that road,
Yeah.
and we're just having this random conversation, and Mohsin bhai looked at me, or I looked at Mohsin bhai, but somebody said this, ke, you know what, we gotta get there. And I said, probably Mohsin bhai said, ki, yo, Shahveer, that's the next goal. We gotta get onto this billboard.
Yeah.
Not 2 years ago, 1 year ago.
Yeah.
And I said, Mohsin bhai, we'll get there. We'll get there. There's no question in my head. We'll get there.
Wow.
And 1 year later, when I recorded that video, Mohsin bhai reminded me of that story.
Wow.
Mohsin bhai is my manager, by the way.
Yeah.
And he
Lovely
reminded
guy.
me, remember we had that conversation where I said, "Ke Shahveer, we're gonna get there."
Damn.
And I was
Damn.
like, wow. Yeah, I remember it. But we
Damn.
manifested it. We literally manifested it.
What do you feel about people that do social media and that don't gain money from it, but they just have fame?
What do I feel about it?
Like, do you think that you should be on social? If you didn't make money off social media, would you still be on social media?
So, to answer this question, a lot of people don't actually know this, but I was on social media for 3 years without making a single penny.
But was your goal to make money from
No.
it?
My goal was to become an actor.
Okay.
My goal was not to make money.
Okay.
Money was a byproduct of what I do, and I knew that. I mean, like, it's not like I'm dumb and I don't understand
Sure.
there's no money in this. I
Yeah.
understand there's a lot of money in this. But the money was never my incentive. If I wanted to make a
This
lot
is your
of money,
passion.
I'll just...
This is all your passion.
I fucking love it, dude.
This is-
I mean, like, I would die. I would die. If
That's sick.
I made a prediction last year to somebody. I said, I think I'll die making a video. Or making a movie or something.
I was gonna say something really.
You were going to say, inshallah?
I was gonna say, can I vlog?
What, are you PK?
No, I'm just joking. Inshallah, that never comes. I mean,
Of
it's
course
gonna,
it's gonna come, dude.
one
Everyone's
day,
gonna
but
die. You better
inshallah-
not die. You bet. Let me tell you something, okay?
You die young.
100%. 100%. If you die what you love doing,
Making a video.
how, dude? try to understand, okay?
Yeah.
You're not gonna regret it, dude. How can you regret? I mean, like, if your life is incomplete. But, dude, that's the thing about life. Life is always incomplete.
Yeah.
My granddad never wanted to die. My grandma never wanted to die. She was scared of the smallest little diseases.
Yeah.
I mean, I was 80 plus. And she was like a little baby. She
Another
turned
one.
into a little baby. She
Yeah.
was like, you know, जब भी उनको थोड़ी सी कहीं तकलीफ होती थी, she was like, doctor को बुलाओ.
Doctor. Yeah.
She wanted to get fixed. She wanted to start running again. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Nobody wants to leave. So I understand that. I understand that even when I'm 80, I'm 100, I'm 150.
Right.
Right? Let's say I get to 150. I'll still be like, I want to live more. Unless and until I'm done with life. You know what I
So
mean?
There's an end, and you'd rather that end be something that you love.
Of course. There is an
I agree.
end, nevertheless. I mean, it's not in your control
Yeah.
how you're going to die or when you're going to die. So rather, it should come when you're doing something that you love. So that was the last thing you're remembered as doing. I mean, people are going to remember, हाँ यार साला
Shahveer
वो
Jafry.
करते में मरा है जो उसको पसंद था.
हाँ, सही बात है.
Rather than कि मैं कहीं लेटा हुआ हूँ, ड्रग्स कर रहा हूँ या बॉडी में लिया मेरी या मैं नंगा कहीं से भाग पीछे से पुलिस मुकाबले में ढा. सोचना ब्रो कि मैं अच्छा, by the way, this does not mean कि you love robbing banks, so you go rob a bank and the police shoots you and you go like, yeah, Shahveer said it. इसका ये मतलब बिल्कुल भी नहीं है.
Oh
Do
my
things
god.
that other people think are good.
Second
But also
question.
don't care about what people think.
Yeah, don't care about. This podcast is literally like motivation, but then it's like okay, second question. Aisha Bhabi or YouTube?
Aisha.
You would quit everything for her.
She'd never want me to.
No, but that's just hypothetically, okay?
Okay. Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
So, I remember I had this conversation with somebody, right? And I said, and somebody asked me the very same question. Okay, you know, what if your wife becomes a hurdle in your success, in your dream? Right. And I said, one, she'll never become a hurdle.
Right.
But if I understand that that's the type of person I'm marrying, or the person that I might marry is like that,
Right.
जो कि मुझे मेरी ड्रीम से दूर लेकर जाए, तो फिर मैं उस इंसान को छोड़ सकता हूँ, अपनी ड्रीम को नहीं छोड़ सकता. So when I was marrying Aisha, I had this conversation with her where I explained to her that what this dream of mine means to me. Now, when you say YouTube is not a dream. YouTube is a platform for a dream that I'm trying to achieve.
So I'd reword that.
It's a stepping
YouTube
stone,
or your passion.
My passion is filmmaking. My passion is filming.
Yeah.
I can never leave that for nobody, for nothing.
Right.
For nothing. It's not just Aisha.
For nobody.
It's not even for myself.
Exactly. This guy wants to die making a video, so
I will
clearly
not even allow
he'll
myself.
die making a video.
Yeah.
That's good,
Maar do
man.
mujhe salo. I mean, like, this is again, you know, a lot of people are watching this like, oh, he's insensitive towards his wife or something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that Aisha understands that. Aisha is somebody who's my backbone. She supports me. Ever since I've gotten married to her, I've been even more lucky with things that I didn't even imagine that would come to me financially, ya phir work-wise, ya phir happiness-wise. Alhamdulillah, I've been very lucky after her, right? So she understands me completely, inside out. She understands what kind of a person I am, and I have the confidence to speak like this. I have a confidence to say, "Kya I'd be naked in front of a camera," and I know my wife is watching this, and she's gonna be like, "Huh, pagal hai sala," but I'm not gonna hate him for that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So she loves me immensely, and she understands me as a person, and she understands where my head is at.
That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Man,
so if you were to
guys
ask
happy,
me the question,
yeah.
So I had this like conversation with Aisha. I'm like, oh, Aisha, what if like I do a film? Obviously, this is never gonna happen. Like in Pakistan, especially, this is never gonna happen. That you're doing a film and there's a kissing scene in the film, right? So कोई ऐसी कोई film वगैरह चल रही थी, उस पे kissing scene आ रहा था, तो मैंने कहा Aisha, what if, like, come on, what if I'm doing a film and there's like a kissing scene in the film?
Yeah.
Like, how? What would you think? What would you do? She's like, I'll kill you.
Huh?
And I'm like, what? Right? And she goes like, yeah, don't even try. But I know how she said it. Give me 2 years.
You're planning.
ये टेम्परेरी है, मैं बता रहा हूँ ना. ये वो
अभी नहीं है.
वो अच्छा Aisha. Also, you know, I work with a lot of models and stuff.
Okay.
I work with a lot of models, and you know, I'm doing a shoot, and मैंने एक style का मेरा जो clothing brand है, I did a shoot for it with somebody, female model. और उसके अंदर हम लोग की 5-6 different pictures थी, जिसके अंदर हम लोग हक कर रहे हैं, और हम लोग थोड़ा सा हम लोग ने ना वो couple type उसके अंदर touch देना था कि couple type यार. तो I showed her the pictures. I'm like, Aish, what do you think of these pictures? And she goes like, couple look आ रही है थोड़ी सी, but हाँ ठीक है. Yeah, I mean, like if you're going for the couple look, so you know,
it's like she didn't. Okay.
She's able to differentiate work from reality, and she understands that. और वो जो उसने जो भी वो बात करती है, वो चाहे मजाक में करे या चाहे रियल में करे, जो भी है, लेकिन I understand as a person, she respects who I am, and she respects what my work is, and she respects me for the fact that I have so much passion towards my job. And she would never stop me from anything. It's my decision at the end of the day that if I want to do it, if I don't want to do it, what the repercussion of those decisions of mine are going to be. Those are going to be all my responsibilities. But at the end of the day, I'm sure she's not going to stop me.
But you know the crazy part, I don't want to toot your horn too much, but if you've ever, like, if you are close with Shahveer and you realize one thing, this guy is just positive. I feel like in life you have motivated a lot of people. Your energy motivates a lot of people to continue in whatever they want to do, right? You've seen it over the years. Everybody that is around Shahveer, and when he was in Canada, his house was one of the craziest houses. I would feel like when it came, bro, it'd be like 3 a.m. in the morning, and we were thinking of content ideas, and we were just pumping content. Insane.
Yeah.
With that being said, a lot of people want to know, would you ever come back to Canada and make vlogs in Canada again?
Yeah, man. I mean, like, I wanna. But you see, the thing is, the reason why I went to Pakistan in the first place was because as content creators, we have our audience in Pakistan. I mean, like, we make stuff for Pakistani people.
Yeah.
I felt it was a little unfair that I'm in Canada making content for Pakistani people. And it's not just that. There's a lot of factor to it. Where I want to get, I have to be in Pakistan for that.
Right.
I mean, there's no way I can be in Canada and work in Pakistan.
Right.
That's like, imagine Salman Khan was living in UK.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be making movies.
He wouldn't be making.
You know what I mean? He wouldn't be Salman Khan. If
I agree.
Tom Cruise was Bangladeshi. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be in a certain place at a certain time to get lucky enough to be in a certain project.
Yeah.
So
you
I
have
just
to be there to avail the opportunities in that place.
Exactly. So I wanted to make sure that I'm in Pakistan for all of those opportunities that will come my way. And they have been coming.
MashaAllah, man.
They have been coming.
I love to see it. I love to see when I open my phone around 8 a.m. in the morning, and at that time it's your evening time, and every time when Shahveer posts something, it's something like, you know, it's like when you are expected, like a movie. So for example, when that poster of you came up, the Mountain Dew, it's always something exciting happening in your life.
Yeah, alhamdulillah, man.
Alhamdulillah. It's crazy, and we love to see it, and may Allah keep blessing you with
Inshallah, man.
everything that you're doing, man.
Inshallah.
And you bring like, I don't think you kind of realize it because you're so busy making content, but the amount of smiles you bring to people's faces. Man. Your brother Sunny kills it with the skits.
Oh, yeah. Sunny is Sunny. I always say Sunny is the funniest of Jafry.
Sunny kills it with his skits.
I wish I had. You know. I feel like this sometimes that if I had Sunny's comedy and Sunny had my work ethic, it would be the best content creator Pakistan has ever seen.
I feel like you guys are two brothers and you guys are still on the top, and it's amazing.
No, I mean, like, it's not where it should have been, but either way, Sunny is very funny, man. Sunny is just like Sunny in real life too. Sunny is just
hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. Even at his wedding, he was hilarious. You know, log baithe rehte hain karke shaadi mein. This guy was cracking jokes, but the wedding was lit. We'll talk about that later with Sunny. But do you have anything to say to the audience before we wrap this up?
Okay, here it goes, robots. Yeah, I just want to say that life is very short, and we have seen it so many times that so many people are not with us anymore who were, for example, like just touching upon Sidhu Moosewala. I mean, like a young guy, died super young, doing what he loved, died super young, which means that life is not promised to you. There's a lot of people in my life that are influences. There are a lot of things in my life who have made me who I am, and I just have one message for people that honestly, the quicker you guys understand कि लोगों की opinion matter नहीं करती ना, the faster you'll climb that ladder of success. I mean, that's all I want to say. I know there's so many things that happen around me, bro. Rooh, you don't even understand. There's so many things that happen around me that I just go like, देखा ना, मैंने तुम्हें बोला था ना.
Yeah.
लोगों की ना सोचो कि वो क्या कहेंगे, वो क्या कहेंगे, वो क्या कहेंगे, ना सोचो. अब देखा ना किस पोजीशन में हो. मैं इतने लोगों से मिलता हूँ, मेरे करीबी, मेरे दिल के करीब लोग, जिनको मैं प्यार करता हूँ.
सही.
वो ऐसी बेवकूफियां करते हैं कि वो कहते हैं कि यानी कि हम क्या करें, हमारी सोसाइटी है, ये है, वो है, सोचना पड़ता है लोग क्या कहेंगे. खुदा का वास्ता है, इन चीज़ों से निकलें. You guys don't understand how much this one little thing kills you from inside and kills your dream forever. And by the way, when you can't even respect yourself and your dream, don't ever expect anyone's gonna ever respect you. If you don't respect yourself, no one's gonna respect you. End of conversation.
Facts.
Do what you want to do what you like doing, and literally head first, always go into your dream head first.
Yep.
Bhul jao sab kuch. I'm not one of those guys who believe in plan Bs. A lot of people argue with me on this. I'm not one of those guys. This guy argued with me on this, that he believes in plan B. A lot of people believe in plan B, and those people are successful. I'm not saying that that's a bad plan, but for me, if I want to become the best, plan B ain't it, my friend.
Plan B is like
plan
a cushion.
B is just gonna stop me from becoming the best. So don't worry about all those things.
मैं समझा कि कोई subscribe कहेंगे, आपने तो पूरी philosophy छोड़ दी.
यार subscribe क्या यार, क्या followers सब ले कर रहे हैं. चल आ जाएंगे followers, don't worry. कंप्यूटर पे जाके रोबोट्स को ही बोल रहा है. कोड डाल दे. सब्सक्राइब का कोड 200,000 सब्सक्राइबर. तुम्हें क्या लगता है मेरे ऐसे ही 3 मिलियन हो गए?
All robots. Oh my god. Lovely, man, lovely. Thank you so much for being on my podcast.
Acha, we're ending.
We've been talking.
How long has this been running for?
1 hour. Yeah.
Acha, I didn't realize that.
Amazing. The way you spoke, amazing. But thank you so much.
Kya awaaz thi.
Kya awaaz thi. Wow. Seriously, I want to hear the audio after this. You were talking amazing.
I just want to know, like, in the comments below, actually, what do you guys think of the Rooh Let's Talk About It podcast setup? This guy's trying hard. Make sure that you guys subscribe. I'm sure that you want to capture the Canadian audience as well. यहाँ पे local लोगों को तुम बुलाओगे business वगैरह को. I want to wish you all the best of luck.
Thank you so much.
I know I'm the second episode, not the first one. It's a shame, but
because you were in Pakistan.
It's okay. I'm not judging you for it. Some friends are not what you think they are, right? Some friends never show up to your wedding.
I couldn't come.
I never said it was you. I mean, like, why would you think that I'm talking about
because
you?
I didn't show up.
Bro, it's okay. People change. All I'm saying is that. Don't care about what people think, right? Because people change. Guys, people change. People are not the same. आपके मुंह पे कुछ होते हैं, पीठ पीछे कुछ और होते हैं. So
I'm cutting all this out.
So I'm just saying that, people change, and it's not a big deal. Honestly, at the end of the day, you're going to live with yourself and your family. Take care of your family.
Yeah.
That's it. That's your first responsibility. And do what you want to do what you want to do. People change.
Nobody changes, okay? This guy, I couldn't come to his... Oh, yeah, by the way, a lot of people ask why I couldn't come to his wedding. It's because I literally had personal reasons why I couldn't come.
What personal reasons, Rooh?
What do you mean?
What personal reasons did you have?
I had probation that I was on for 3 months.
Okay, quit your job.
Quit my job.
Yes, who cares, man? मैंने बोला था तुझे job लेने के लिए. अच्छा खासा YouTube कर रहा था. Work for yourself, work from home. पागल. जाके कंपनी में घुस गया अंदर और वापस YouTube पे आ रहा है. हट, मैं नहीं बात करता तेरे से. Robot साला.
my god, yo, thank you. Come to Canada more often.
I am in Canada. You come to Pakistan more.
Yes,
often.
I'm coming to Pakistan.
He goes like, yo, I'm coming to Pakistan in November, bro, for 2 weeks. I'm like, क्यों? He goes like, मेरे दोस्त की शादी है, bro. और फिर मुझे कहता, people don't change. I mean, like, dude, I mean,
I'm gonna stay over at your house. I'm just letting
no,
you
you're
know.
not.
Yes,
मेरे
I
घर
am.
पे रह के तू किसी और की शादी पे जा ही नहीं सकता. तू साले तू अलाउ कर ही नहीं सकता. मेरा ज़मीर मुझे इजाज़त नहीं देता कि मैं ये चीज़ होने दूं कि जो तू मेरी शादी पे नहीं आया तो तुम एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हो कि मैं तुम्हारे लिए अपने घर के दरवाजे खोलूंगा. Never. No. Not.
Never. Little do you know when I land, it's the first person to pick me up is Shahveer. I'm coming, bro. Nah, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. You're like a older brother to me. You are an older brother to me. And
ब्रदर कहता था ठीक था ब्रो लेकिन आई डोंट केयर रोबोट्स क्या जज करेंगे
older brother नहीं क्या है एक brother
ब्रदर
ठीक older नहीं ठीक है
ये भी एक बहुत बड़ी चीज़ है हमारी कल्चर में एज नहीं डिस्कस करते लेकिन मुझे कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इस चीज़ से.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much.
Man. Thank you so much for having me, honestly.
Thank you for being here.
It was awesome.
And with that being said, we talked about it. And make sure you comment below on who you want to see next and what you want to discuss, and put comments and questions of the person that you want on the guest list. I don't know what I'm saying, but I'm saying something. But with that being said, subscribe, like, comment, share, and Shahveer, I'd like to thank you. With that being said, I'm gonna catch you in the next. Ready? We'll cut this part. I'm gonna catch you in the next podcast where we're gonna talk about it. So let's talk about it.